Hi, welcome to Ocean Yummy. What can I say? What can I say? Velvet is on the blue couch doing an interview, telling a good yarn. Once again, they love tell lies so much. They tell lies so much lies. It's just like from when she reached to Nature Boy to when she got married to Nature Boy to when she and Nature Boy had an affair, which she termed that how he was interested in her, but he was going out with another lady called Yaya at the time when she came to the camp. Anyways, so I'm just gonna do a small commentary. And then I might do a reaction. Who knows? Once again, it's one of those ones, isn't it? She lied from all the phases. She reached Nature Boy when she was about 17 or 18 years old. She was he was with Yaya at the time. And then she was with Omak, and they snuck around. Even in the videos you can see where he and her was sneaking around, how Omak found out about their relationship. She tells a lot of lies in the interview. The interviewer who interviewed her needs to do research on them before even pursuing to talk to them, because you are just blind talking to them. They can tell you anything. She tells you a whole yarn. Even her pregnancy was had to be paid for by the public, because the hospital in wherever they was put out a message on Facebook for them to pay for the delivery of baby Ellie. Baby Ellie, mind you, like it even she's getting the short end of the stick right now. Like she's there using the baby as leverage, and it's like you're telling half truths. I mean, I can't. I would need the videos to literally to decode the lies. The lies is a lot. It's a lot of lies going on. It's a lot of lies going on. I I am not a fan of Nature Boy. No means I am not. No, not at all. But if he was to come out and do a turn up on these guys, what would they do? Hi, Fundifi. He said that she told so much lies. She told a lie about them meeting. She told a lie about her going to the cult. She told her lies about how she's a vegan and this and that and the other. They were meat eaters. They was doing cocaine. They was doing a lot of things. You can even tell by some of the videos. Some of the old videos, if you really look, you can tell where he is taking the cocaine, where he's prostituting them. They're standing on the corner of, I don't know where it is. I think it's Puerto Rico, one of them places, and they're just standing there. He's prostituting them to the locals. Then another time he sends off, I think she and Aya caught up, and I think Ra got caught in a crossfire. And he sends them to what looks like a hostel while they're prostituting. Right? So she's and the next yes, before I forget, that intimidation thing, she keeps saying what? They was intimidated by her. No, not at all. If anything, you was intimidated by them women. Like Aya, first of all, Aya's not an ugly lady. She's not an ugly woman. No, she's not. She's not an ugly woman. She's just very much defected in her mind. She's defected in her mind. Malia was his bed wench. Janae was his bed wench. Faru was his bed wench. Most of the women was his bed wench. He literally broke in the women and then gave them to the men. That's what he did. He did that on a regular basis. Even the newest women that came had to go through Nature Boy. You did not. You was only upset because you wasn't number one. That's all you was. If you're gonna tell us, tell the story, tell the story. Don't talk about them women, because them women have their own crosses to deal with. Right now, right, you're on the blue couch. You look sickly in your face. Yes, you can pretty it up and make it look nice or whatever else you can do, but at the end of the day, when you really look at your face, you can see how ill you are. You use your daughter as a leverage. Your daughter is there with her hands on her ears. Even that's the one on Friday I saw. Your daughter had her hands over her ears. There's a close up picture I got of the daughter. The daughter was moving closer and closer to you. Whatever Solar is doing to those girls, baby Ellie is showing it in her body language. And you're there talking about your pregnancy. Your pregnancy was a whole nother something else. He thought he can get a doula out to look after you and all this. And then when it was coming to the real end, the real painful end, you had to end up going to a hospital. But anyways, I didn't even want to react. I was gonna do a proper reaction on them on this video because she says a whole heap of lies. Once again, she does a whole heap of lying, a whole heap of lies. You're in competition with a concubine. That's what you are in competition with. Janae is a concubine, one of the concubine. Hi, so Amma. She's a concubine. She wasn't the main, she wasn't the steak, she wasn't the meat, she wasn't the thing on the table. She was a concubine. You're in competition with a concubine with a servant. That's what it is. He called Solar a servant, a peasant. Hold on, let me put this on quietness because um it's going to what you call it, distract me. Right? Oh wow. He called Solar a peasant. Right? Oh Lord, I think I've done it. There you go. Yeah, he called her a peasant. He called Solar a peasant when so really oh yeah, plus the next one, plus the next one. The next one is when you and Malia fight and you almost killed Malia at the beach. You almost drowned her in the water. And you was talking about, oh yeah, I know the knowledge, I know the knowledge. You was ready to beat Malia for Nature Boy. So all what you spouted on the blue couch is very much you're just lying through your teeth. You lying through your teeth. You are not a reality star. I don't know what they think they are. I really don't know. It's really disturbing that people who come on Instagram and YouTube project themselves in such a manner. And it's so strange because when you left Nature Boy, he did a whole crying scenario for hours. You was on Bigo, so-called telling your story. People was giving you money left, right, and center. You really be scamming. You really be scamming people. You be scamming them. Even the newest thing you put on IG is to project whatever. You think that by wrapping your head, and I think I've said this many times, by wrapping your head and putting on a bit of blush on your eyebrows, whatever the heck it is, and putting a dot on your head, that's consciousness and that is goddessness and virtuous womanness and whatever. You was with a whole cult leader for how many years? How many years? You ran away a few times. If your dad did not get involved when he did, right? When your dad said, I was sitting somewhere and you opened your hand and you slapped my daughter. And Nature Boy said, I think Nature Boy said, yes, I did slap her or something like that. I can't remember exactly. I have to find that video. Because right there, and you just sat there and you looked at your father. You denounced your whole family. Your father fought for your ass and you denounced your family. You still end up with a peasant on top of it. And you now on the couch talking the most, oh no. It's like the words escape me. I think tomorrow I would have to air this out a little more because this is going to turn into a two-part thing because you are a queen of the dam. I should have really put queen of the dam on this avatar, really. I should have. Calypso should be here. Should be queen of the dam. This is the wrong avatar for this type of commentary because she went there with one man. You sneaked with the cult leader. You went there for what's it, cultural or whatever the heck you supposedly had gone. You saw there was a woman who was with the top dog, and you wanted the top dog, and that's exactly what you did. You snuck around. You did a lot. Even till one time when you were sitting on the floor with the baby, you sat on the floor with the baby. Yes, this is Calypso. You sat on the floor with the baby, and you must have looked at True, or might have looked at True, glanced at True, and Nature Boy went at ya, and you lot went in like the camera was on. You lot was fighting backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. The baby was born. The baby was little, Tilla, little small thing, and you went into the back room, and then you hear the back and forth, and the next thing you know, you hear the baby cry out like the baby dropped. Couple days later, you come out, your locks was cut off. Yes, I'm gonna put that one for the next one. I do on that girl. I think I'm gonna have that one set for her. She. If you look at her face, right? I mean, I went on to 3%. I said, "Oh my God, look how big her head is." She looked like the nodding thing. What's in the car? When the car's driving and the head nod. That's what she looks like as well. She is definitely. She's played out. She's played out. She's using that child as leverage. Hi, Kantasi. She's using the child as leverage. And then you go on the blue couch and you tell a whole yarn, a whole story. You tell half of it. You don't even tell the whole story from beginning. And to be honest, that interviewer should have done his homework before he even spoken to you. Because if you look hard enough, you can find the information on carbonation. It's quite easy to find melanation and carbonation. It's easy to find. So I don't. So not that I don't, I always say I don't understand. I think some people think, and oh yeah, and on top of that, because they're around Jaguar Wright, because obviously Jaguar Wright put me in contact with the blue couch thing, blue couch boy, whatever man, and you're there telling a yarn and a half. Actually, I'm kind of glad I hope the man reads the comments, what was said, because man, it's just ridiculous. First, you and him on the couch about, oh yeah, for years, and he's the godfather, and da 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 da. Then, oh yeah, and then she said that how what he reminds her of her father. I'm like, hold up, didn't Nature Boy didn't didn't she say the same thing about Nature Boy years ago? She said, "Oh yeah, he reminds me of my father. He's nothing like your father." Or Nature Boy said that about her father. He's nothing like your dad. He's nothing like your dad. Nothing like your father. Right? I don't know Mr. Marquez personally, but I can guarantee you, Solar's nothing like your dad. Nothing. And why do you lot want to do incest with your people so badly that you want to align the person you're with as your brother, father, somebody, mother, this one? What? I don't know. What? Anyways, you know me. I'm trying not to go and I don't want to go on a whole hour because I think I'm gonna have to come back on this one because I think I have to come back with some video clips because she said a whole lot. I think half of them, I can't even remember half of the lies. It's just ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Okay, let me read what everybody's saying before I get carried away within myself. Oh, she lied. She lied and thought the whole thing through the whole thing. Yes, she did. She lied through the whole thing. Yep. Growing bean sprouts in the in the glass. Yes, in the glass. In the glass. Yes. Hi, Salama. Hi, Fundi. Velvet Queen of the Damned. Yes, she is Queen of the Damned. She and Malia is Queen of the Damned. They are. They're just lost people. They ain't lost souls. They're just lost. Lost in the source, mate. Sub story yet sad. No, don't feel sorry for her, Amma. Don't feel sorry for her. Don't feel sorry for her. Do you know at 19 to 20, I had my youngest one, and I would never dream of traveling all the way to Puerto Rico to go sit with a man, to go sit with a man and go. And I was just thinking that to myself. I was thinking, at 20, what would I be doing? I would not do that to myself. You go, and remember, all their children are attachments. Okay, so let's not forget that they want to reboot Carbonation or Carbon Island or whatever heck they want to call it. It's just, ugh. Hi, let me see your transcript. Sub story, yeah. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it, Sama. The way Velvet looked, I could see that Solar hits a. Well, Janae said. I think I was when the very last argument they had before Janae left, he spat in her face and he hit her. So I'm not surprised on that level. I think she likes it, not being bad or nothing. But the dot in the middle of her forehead looks awful. The makeup looks awful. She looks like I said a geisha girl, but even geisha women look pretty. They look pretty with the makeup. You know what I mean? She looks awful. The makeup don't even suit her face. Then go on, I think, and then she went and did a live later on, being all cocky on the live about stop telling me about my life. What? They're good. They're good. They're good. Learn the hard way. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. They need to learn the hard way. Yes, Calypso. Vampire Queen of the Damned. Yes. Yes, that's the one that Aaliyah played. Hi, Kantasi. Yes, the bobblehead, the airhead. They're all airheads. All of them are airheads. Janae's an airhead. Efru's an airhead. Leah's an airhead. They're all airheads. All of them. They think consciousness is putting on a headscarf and that's it. Rosalind Green Boja. Oh, she's talking to him. Hold up. That little girl looks just like her dad. Yes, she does look like her dad. She does look like her dad. You and Fundy keep me up to date because I don't watch them anymore. No, yeah, because they're so ridiculous. You can't watch stupidity online. You can't watch stupidity online because it just drives you nuts. I mean, the she did a lot actually. I haven't even said half of the story. There's so much. There's so much. Um, Let me think. Where's the next story? She and Malia I think that was in Puerto Rico, the last place before he came to Atlanta. And Malia made herself like a chair, and Velvet lay herself on top of Malia on her back, and he was doing this demonstration, like in intimacy, sexual intimacy thing with Malia as the chair, Velvet with her back onto her, lying down on her. No, Velvet lie down on her. That's it. And then he was pretending like he was, doing sexual act on her. And she got upset. I think a couple days after that, she got upset and she roamed. She went off because he favored Malia, because Malia was one of those who would do anything that he wants. Like, he can do her anything, any position, any whatever, and she'll just do it. Velvet had a problem with it. Velvet used to leave the house. She used to leave the house or something. I think she used to leave and just roam, go off. Another time there's another time where they was at the beach. I think Lordship had this video. It was at the beach. And at first she was cool with him and everything. And something happened. Something happened. I don't even know what it was. Something happened. And then she gave him the baby and she just walked off. So everybody was there looking for her. They didn't know where she was. And because it was in a secluded spot, so-called secluded spot, he was saying what she was upset because he was showing like Aya affection because he was rubbing Aya's arm or something. He was rubbing her arm or rubbing her face and what's her name? Velveeta was upset about it. She was very upset about it. She was so upset, you could tell by how she was holding the baby that she was mad. She was mad. She was furious. She was vexed. And I think the next day, the day after, she said to him, "Look, I want to leave. I want to leave." So he said, "Okay, if you want to leave, you're going to take my daughter with you. You're going to do this. You're going to do that." And she said, "Yeah." I think she said, "Yeah." Then the next thing you see her is packing up her and the baby. She had the baby holder in front of her. And you see them packing her into the van to take her to the airport. But she didn't leave that day because she changed her mind or something, because she wanted to be the main woman. She didn't want all the other women. So she was prepared to pretend with them because none of the women liked her. None of the women. They weren't intimidated by her, they just didn't like her. Because every time he would choose one of them or something, she'll have an issue with it. So what Nature Boy would do now, he would lie and says he's monogamist. He'll draw her in. Like if she goes off, like how she went back to Omak, to draw her in, right? He'll say, I think when she went with Omak, he said, "That's her friend. That's not her man. That's her friend." He said, "I am her man. I am her man. Omak's not her friend. No, Omak's not her man. That's it." And then she was making jewelry. She sat on the bed. She was making jewelry, and he was holding baby Ellie because she used to do that sometimes to make him jealous. And then she started selling jewelry. Then, I think, a couple days later, or a couple days after that, she went back to Nature Boys. Nature Boy had a, because he does this bit where he questions them. When they go, he used to make them sit down and he'll question them. And he questioned her about their intimacy and da 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 da. Da. And she used to say, oh, no, what's it? You're more manly than Omak and all this stuff. And and another, and then there's so many times. I mean, I can tell you all the different times because when I was when you listen to the lies and you've watched it on screen for how many, I don't know how long, and then the person who was there in the midst of it is lying, completely twists the story, because she's twisted the stories as well. She twisted and turned the stories. And there was many times where he said he was monogamist, and then the next day he say, no, 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 I am polygamist. And then you'll just see Velvet's face drop. So he used to do that to her quite a lot. And because she was chiefess at the time, right, he just used to like just have her there, or just say that she goes away. He'll say, okay, I'm polygamist. Then she'll come back, and then she would choose who goes with who. Like Fufu will go with, I forgot his name, the one with the C. Aya would go with Tron, Ra would go with Loyal, and I forgot how it was. At first, they was doing it by skin tone, and then she said, "No, no, 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 no. I'm gonna do it like light and dark, light and dark, light and dark, so that they can have children like ours, like how Ellie is." Like, honestly. So, so the interviewer should have done the research. They're just ridiculous. You can't just put someone on your. You can't just interview a person. You have to know who you're interviewing. And he seemed to have believed the lies. It just doesn't make no sense. It's like they come from a whole cult and they're still active in the cult. They're still active members. Then they haven't left the cult. Them, I think them two are the most active of all the members. I think personally, no doubt about it. And man, I don't even know. I think I've roamed, so I think I went off kilt, but I'm gonna come back with a video because I think this requires um examples to prove my point where the lie is. Um, it's just ridiculous, really. Um, oh yeah, and another thing I'm also gonna say, if Janae didn't file the charges. Velvet wasn't gonna file the charges. The only time she really filed for charges was when it was in Puerto Rico, when he came to mash up the door or whatever, when she sent him papers, and then he went and found where she was, and he almost mashed up the place. That's where the source tribe came into play, right? Um, She served in papers in many places. I don't think they care to do research or ask hard questions. They are trying to get views and more subscribers. They are choosing controversial people to interview. Yes, yes, I think you're right on that one. That one, I think you hit the nail on the head. Yeah, yeah, that's a definite. Because the story, because if you notice, any of the people who do commentary on them can pick out stories from one end to the other. You know what I mean? There's so many stories we can pick out, right? Especially if you watch them from a long time, you can pick out loads of different stories. The herpes one, when Faith, i.e. I forgot her name, left. Hi, G5. When was it Faith who left with Rambo? When Faith left with Rambo, right? Faith was so skinny. She was very, very thin, right? She left with her baby Zen. Now Zen looks very healthy, very, very, um, it was very healthy now. But when they left, the baby was very skinny. She started saying she had the infection going on within her or something. She was less. I forgot how small she was. I forget how small she was. She was very small. She was very small. Faith was, man. Faith was small. Faith was small. On screen, you can tell she was sickly. You can tell just looking at her. It reminds me when the Breakfast Club invites Omar Johnson. Oh, I don't care for Omar Johnson. I don't care for him. She's very mean and jealous. Nature Nut said she was wise than him. No, she was worse than him. Sorry. She was worse than him. And I believe it. very vindictive. Yes, she's vindictive. She's vindictive because she wants to be the head. She wants to be the figurehead of carbonation, serenity. Thank you, Fundi. Serenity. She wants to be the figurehead. She wants to be the one. Like, remember how what's his name? Solar said he's the one who ruled carbonation when he really was the servant. He was the servant. He was the football, the lesser than. He was less than. I think True was kind of more second coming. Yeah, that's it. Serenity. She was 89 pounds. See, she was 89 pounds. She was very skinny, very skinny. That's why I put up the two pictures of her, how she looks now and how she looked then. There's a difference because he gave her, not only wasn't he feeding them properly, he gave her the the virus because he left America with the virus, even though they're still in America. He gave her the virus, and she obviously still had it, and she had to get it treated. When she reached back where she was, she had to get it treated, and you know what I mean? She was very small. She was very skinny, Serenity. Very, very skinny. She looks better now, mind you. She looks way better now. Way better. She's actually doing better than Velvet's doing. She's doing good. Her and Rambo's doing good. It's just that the rejects, they follow each other. They all follow each other. If you really go check them out, they all follow each other, all of them. Um, yeah, she was very skinny, and yeah, there's a lot of scenarios. Honestly, there's a lot of scenarios I can even bring up just off the top of my head. So Velvet, so all that lying she was talking and saying what she was saying, and how they were intimidated. She was intimidated by the women, if anything. She was intimidated by them because of how they look, and he favored them more than her most cases. He only just had her there because she fell pregnant with Ellie, and because the baby girl looked like him. Plus, he said that how he wanted to wife the baby. So she was prepared to do whatever she's got to do, groom the baby, whatever. She's that type of mother. And um, she hated the women. The women hated her to a case even when Janae went there and they had their big old fallout. She was making fun of the fact that Janae wore makeup, but she really wanted to do it, really, secretly. She wanted to do it. She just really wanted to make Janae feel insignificant. But now, look at her now. She's putting on makeup. She's hardly wearing any stuff, any clothes. She takes pictures of herself in bras and all this stuff. Now, the recent photo she's done now is her and the girls in the beach near the water, talking to how she's not bothered and all this, and she's one with nature, and I'm fed up with the humanity. Stop bringing humanity into your BS. Okay, humanity don't want it. So she she lied about a lot of stuff. She lied, and it's clear. And anybody who has followed them, I mean, I came after she had Ellie, but I did watch backwards. I think SL Davis was the first one that I touched. That I reached her channel. That's how I knew about him. So um, she very much wants to be the ruler of nothing. That's what I said. Rule of none. You're queen of nothing. You're queen of the damned because Carbonation have nothing. They got all that money. They wasted money. They got money for land. He bought dirt bikes, computers, laptops. He bought a whole set of shit. He didn't even invest in land. 200 keys gave him land, and he didn't, was it land or money, and he didn't even invest it in the land. He actually could have got it for cheaper. I mean, now it'd probably be a bit more now, but he would have got it for cheap at the time when he went, but he wasn't thinking like that. So she's saying all this stupidness and la whatever. But I want to come back because I want to come back with examples because I feel me just talking off the top of my head, I can go on about loads parts of the carbonation stuff, and I don't want to ramble because it's just ridiculous. And because it's late in English, little England over here, I can't let off. But if I do, when I do put up the second part of this, when I finish dealing with the one on the dark side, I will return back to this because it's ridiculous. And because I'm not on my laptop, otherwise I will pull it up and this will just react to it because she said a whole heap of rubbish. She said too much. She thinks she knows it all. She's not. She doesn't know it. You're only in your early 20s. You don't know shit. Woman like me, 47, soon 50. You're trying to preach to me, who's soon 47, soon 50, been there before you. We know a little bit more than you. You can't teach nothing. Like Nature Boy said that how right you are him. And it's coming quite apparent that you are. And I'm so glad that how I didn't I wasn't one of those to give you money for the child, for the child, because look now, you just gone back a whole 360 back to square one. Phoenix was going to give him that's it, Phoenix. Phoenix gave him land. He didn't even take it. He didn't take it, he didn't invest. He was more interested in material stuff, making porn on what you call it, Pornhub, posting himself up, doing the most, taking pictures of her breastfeeding, putting it on the dark web, most probably. I don't even know how deep we can go with blinking YouTube. YouTube's so funny because so it's just like, yeah, she's very vindictive young lady. She is not. She goes on like she's smarter than everybody else and she knows it all. You don't know it all. You haven't lived. Now you got 3 children. Do you know how hard it is with 3 children, especially right now in this inflation that's going on now, to have another one? And I think somebody said that Nature Boy cursed you, and I think they are really. I think they're right. I think they're on the button. They're right. They're right. He cursed you good because now you're gonna be a young mother with 10 children at the rate you're going, and this is not the climate to be having children right about now. You need to be making bigger plans. You need to be working, earning money, you know. So, man, I don't know. I think I gotta come back. I gotta come back because it's late and my young one's sleeping. But I just thought I'd just come up and say my piece on this because you know me, when I see them doing the most, I will come up and say my piece because she obviously thinks she's got this in the bag. You haven't got this in the bag because Sola can still walk away from you and leave you there pregnant. Have you not thought of that? If he can do it to Janae, he can do it to you. A leopard never changes his spots. And he's pansexual. I think Yakin said he was pansexual. Okay. He don't like women. He doesn't want a woman. He doesn't. He doesn't want a woman. Right? So really, the slave I don't even know which way it is. Whether she's turning to the slave or he's turning to the I don't know. It's which way is it going? Which way? People saying it's a storyline. I don't know whether it's a storyline. I just think it's just stupid. To be honest, you're in your early 20s. You got your whole life ahead of you. I mean, I like being on online as well, just like the next one. But come on, like I said he cursed her. Yes, he did curse her. He did. He did. I thought she left him for good. No, she's still with Solar. Velvet doesn't look happy next to him on the couch. Yeah, but she's prepared to take whatever because she wants to be she wants the attention. She wants the attention. So her looking sad, that's her problem. But on her channel, she was there saying, "Oh, people's bothered about her life or something." So I can't remember half of it. I was like, "Wow, really? I don't even look at your. You're not that important to me. You're not that important to me. I only put you up when I need to." She misses the catering they did for her. Yes, she does. Everyone took care of her children, but her. Yes, true. But she wants to be taken care of. Shake my head. Not gonna happen. Yes, yes. Whoops. Let me press it quick. Let me press it. Let me press it. Crazy Jaguar said she wants them to get married. She ain't gonna divorce Nature Boy. She's living off of his name. I would never. I have never liked her. I don't feel so for her at all. I don't feel so for her at all. It's just baby Ellie who's suffering because one, she looks like her dad. I think I heard colorism mentioned somewhere else too. Colorism. Hold on, let me highlight. Fundi said he cursed her. She looks like her father. That's a problem because the mother hates the father. And when the woman hates the father to such a level, the child, as much as I mean, she looks like she doubts on her. Yeah, she doubts on her, but she doubts on RV more. But she seems more interested in RV, AV, whatever, than baby Ellie. I don't know whether anybody's peeped that because I peeped that because I peeped that one. Baby Ellie don't like Solar. Baby Ellie's a bit more. I think baby Ellie's a bit more sensitive to people. She don't like Solar. She didn't want to sit next door to him. She didn't want him touching her mother. She's there looking. Every time he rubbed the mother's shoulder, she just look at him. And he wanted to snap out on them as well while they were sitting there. He wanted to go. He wanted to shout at them, and he couldn't because of the where they are. So yeah, yes, those poor children. I try not to watch her at all. I don't watch her at all neither, to be honest. The only way I watch her is if someone's talking on her, someone's doing commentary on her, or let me see, someone's doing commentary on her, someone's got the video up and talking over it, because that's the only way. Because even me watching that straight, she's not very articulate, right? Um, well played the affirmation. She said ego. She didn't say ego. She kept saying literally, period. She gets swearing. When you're in an interview, you don't get on like that. You don't get on like that. You just you what you call it? You carry yourself differently. You put yourself another way, basically. She has no poise. She has no class. Janae, as bad as she is, the whole of Babylon, as Fundi would call her, um, she's a little bit more different. She's a little bit more thingy. She knows how to dress. When she needs to dress, she dresses. I mean, you know what I mean? People, I mean, even there's people underneath the video saying how pretty Velvet is. If you're pretty and you have no substance, you might as well just shut it down. Just be quiet. You know what I mean? They have no substance. They can't bring nothing to the table. Most men look for women who brings them to the table. And I do agree with some of the people who said that they need to not go outside, not go outwards, and have relationships, because then they're spreading the STDs, the herpes, and whatever. Me too. Ocean, I can't watch Velvet or Solar. I rather watch commentary. Yes, commentary is better because you don't feel all that weird stuff they got around them. They got weird energy. They're very they are very misinformed. They skim things and then they turn around and use it as so-called information. You see the books I put up, those books I've already read already. You know what I mean? Walter Rodney, Marta Ashby, Ashwa Crazy, Wayne Chandler. They will not sit down and watch and read books like that. They would rather go and watch it on YouTube, right? So they only learn half a loaf. They don't. They won't be able to explain certain stuff. You know what I mean? So they think that's woke, and woke is a bit more deeper than that. You can't. Well, you're more aware. You're more aware. You're not woke. You're aware. So so their aware is the presentation, how they look, um, the waist beads, the hair pieces, dancing like Janae. Most of them do it. Honor does it. Um, that's how they think. They don't think no other way. They're not got substance. But yeah, I could go on for ages. But I won't go on for ages. I need to save it for that next video on dark side tomorrow. I think I got to do it tomorrow night. So yeah, that is late. I'm gonna leave it right there before one of my children. Mom, you're too loud. Because my children would do that. They're quite feisty. They would do that. Yeah, and that's all I'm gonna say on it for now. If I have to come back and do part two, please put underneath the community tab if I should do a part two. 'Cause there's a lot to explain. There's a lot to break down on that video. I might have to put in sections. Who knows? Um, she's very much. People say she's lost. No, she's not lost. She's not lost. She's far from that. She's not a lost. She's not a lost girl. She probably gave her parents a lot of problems before she left and went to Puerto Rico, Honduras, wherever they was. You know what I mean? And then she carried on giving her parents problems, and that's why the mother's separated herself and don't want to be a part of what's going on. She don't want to be associated with her daughter, which is quite sad. And her granddaughter, and since he's died, I feel there's more of a separation. Yes, part two. We need your commentary in the corridor. When you get interview pops up, some people are learning about her for the first time. Yeah, well, that's why people need to inform them exactly what's going on, because because people like the Blue Couch, Night and Day, uh, whoever's associated with Solar at this present moment or know of him, they need to know where they come from. Like, you know what I mean? I would say a campaignish kind of thing needs to happen. I feel all the reactors need to do what they were doing before. All the old reactors need to come out of retirement and say their piece, because they're very much up on the shenanigans, you know. But yeah, I might have to do part two. I might do it earlier, probably when the States is sleeping, or because I think when I get up, you lot are sleeping. I just do it and I just put it up because it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, you know. But I am gonna come off because it's gonna go into 1 o'clock. Now I'm able to get up to take this one to school. So Thank you for passing through. Let me highlight the last bits, pieces. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot, man. There's a lot. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me put up this one from earlier. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. As Estelle will say. I normally have my videos ready, so I have to do all the extras. Hold up a minute. Okay, I'll talk while it does its thing. Hi, I am Lurker. Hold on, let me get the video of this girl doing the most. There it is.
To the point where he can't do nothing. So the police wound up telling him to leave because he getting irate because I'm letting him have it. He wound up leaving. He like really can't believe that I said no. Like he really can't wrap his mind around it because I always go back and I always fall for his bullshit. Get on that plane. That was the last time he saw me. And I moved forward with protection orders. I have a trail. I have a paper trail still to this day. Court hearings coming up in the next 2 weeks. Divorce, all of that. To this.
So she's saying basically that how right she's gonna divorce him and she's done paperwork on him and all this stuff. I'm trying not to. Trying. I'm trying myself not to because I noticed with this particular content, it makes you want to swear a whole lot. It does. She's right. She was talking about the supposed escape that she escaped from him. That was bit. And yes, the interview has dropped. It dropped today. And I feel that was the escape she was talking about when she proper left him. But but she left in the night. She left in the night when she left. She tried to get away from him a few times. She reached the embassy. He went and picked her up. Let me think of them times. Let me think. The embassy. The time when they was in that house, in that little house where he cussed Malia and called her the most bitches and this and you know blink and all this. She left then. She left so many times. She left, as Mama will say, she left 20 times. She left a lot of times. Yes, she is self-entitled. She has too much self-entitlement. Huh. Self-entitlement is too much. Don't worry. When I do the next part, I think I have to let off because it's ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. I can't deal. It's like she comes on and she feels that what you shouldn't talk about me because whatever. What have you done? At first she was all for humanity, then you was Christian. I can't remember the next one. Now you're saying what? What? You're not spiritual. So what are you then? What are you? Or are you just here to distract the people? I think the people's already divided and distracted, and here's you now come along being extra. So if we go look at the videos, no, sorry, the video. I say videos because there's two of them in it. She talks a whole heap of shit at the end of the day, and the stories doesn't make sense. There's a lot of holes in the story. The interviewer is should research his shit before he even interviewed him. Before he even interviewed. Yeah, she pisses me off too. I drag her for 2 hours over 1 minute of this crap. Yes, drag her. Well, I'll be live later to drag her properly. Okay, Lurker. Hi, Angel. I believe it when I see it on the government website. Yeah, she ain't divorced him. She ain't gonna divorce him. She's gonna keep that bishop. She's gonna keep the bishop title. So yeah. So as it's going on 12 over here, I'm gonna fall off. Oh yeah, sense of entitlement. Did I do self entitlement? Yes, I'm gonna drag her. I've said my bits. I say very eloquently and nicely, and that's how I do. Yes. Yes. So I'm gonna come off. I'm sorry it's short and sweet and that, but man, I got a few bits in. I'm going to get a bit more slices of the video, and then I'm gonna react on it. Or if not, I'll just react on it as I'm recording it, like I normally do. So yeah, but thank you guys for coming through. I'm sorry it was short, sharp, and concise to the point. I tend to do that sometimes because sometimes, right, it's the time. Time, time is crazy. Hi, Angel. Hi, Lurker. Lurker. Oh, is Amma still here? Oh, where's Amma? Yeah. So yeah, yes, the interview dropped. The interview dropped. All those Simpson the soup, all who's about whoever needs to come out of retirement and do and and do what comes natural to you because mm-mm. She's just very yes, too much. That's the only word I can think of at this time of the moment because it's too early in the morning to even let off. Hi, Phil. I'm even coming off, Phil. You always come late. Um, because I'm supposed to do it a live tomorrow, but it's a serious one. It's not about these stupid carbonation fools. So, um, yeah, I'm gonna come off because I think you guys only just woken up. I don't know what time it is over where you are, but it's like 2 minutes past 12 over here right now. So thank you for all for passing through. You know me, I'm always grateful. Whoever passed through, I'm grateful, man. But yeah, yeah. Velvet is very much she's playing her chiefess role. I keep telling everybody she's playing her chiefess role right at this present moment. That's what she's doing because she wants to outbid Malia. So because Malia's only advertising his book at present. Oh, it's 6 p.m. Oh, okay. Yeah. But I am gonna jump off though. Cool. Because the Bubba's moving around. So yeah. So thank you for passing through. Let me see who's here. Everybody. Oops, they're highlighting. Oh, thank you for coming, Fundi Fee. Oops. So let me see a transcript. This Tussie. Tussie. Can Tussie G5. Hell. Where's my Daco? Darko? Darko. Darko. I probably said it wrong. I am Lurka. Been around for ages. And Fundi's been around for ages on this. Um, who else? feel. Ross, 3 minutes past 6. 3 minutes past 6. Ross. Okay. Fantasy still about. And feel. Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm ready. I have to come off because I know me. I can't make up noise as I would like to. It's not really fair, really. But yeah. So I'll do a part two with video because it's easier to determine. Even because I could tell, I can remember the time periods, certain timelines. I can't remember all the timelines all on the same timeline, but I can remember the bits of. I can remember them. So thank you for passing through, peoples. Oops, my phone is on and off. Thank you for passing through. Thank you for coming to Ocean Yemi's channel. And I hope you have a great day, evening, night, whatever time you're under. It's gonna be summertime over here tomorrow. I don't even know. Anyway, we got summertime coming over. I think it'll be GMT over here soon. So um yeah. So you'll see me. I'll post up when I'm gonna do videos. I also on the dark side of Ocean Yemi, I'm covering a case at present, and I will see you guys later, really. So you'll see me in your chats and all that and all that. Oh, we had it yesterday. We had it yesterday. We had it yesterday. Yeah, so I'm going to go off. Have a good day, good evening. Those who talk to me on the back end, you can talk to me on the back end. And those who talk to me on the front end can talk to me on the front end. It's all good. I'll see you later. Have a blessed night, day, evening, summertime, springtime, pagan time, all that time. Because it ain't summer solstice shit, is it? I don't even know. I think it was summer solstice the other day. But yeah. So I will see you. Bye, Contessi and everybody. And Alma, wherever she is. I think Alma was there earlier. And I'll see you. Take care.